Welcome to English Snap Lab, where mastering English is as easy as a snap. One of the best ways to learn a language is through stories. They are emotional, interesting, and easy for our brains to remember. In this series, I tell famous stories from world literature in slow, clear, and simple English to help you understand more easily. While you listen, you will hear many useful English words and expressions. Today's story is a classic by Guy de Maupassant, The Necklace. This story is perfect for practicing conditionals, sentences using if, to talk about how one choice can change a life. We will also look at the vocabulary of luxury versus poverty. Before we begin, please take a second to give this video a thumbs up. Let's begin. Part 1. A Dream of Luxury. Many years ago, in Paris, there lived a young woman named Mathilde. She was beautiful and elegant, but she was not happy. Mathilde was married to a simple clerk, and they lived a modest life. However, Mathilde dreamed of luxury. Luxury refers to expensive, beautiful things that make life very comfortable, like silk dresses and gold plates. She hated her plain walls and old chairs. She believed she deserved a luxurious life. One day, her husband brought home an invitation to a grand ball, but Mathilde cried, "I have nothing to wear," she sobbed. Her husband gave her all his savings to buy a beautiful dress, but she was still sad. She had no jewelry. She felt that looking poor among rich women was humiliating. To feel humiliated means to feel ashamed or embarrassed in front of others. Part 2. The Borrowed Sparkle. Mathilde visited her wealthy friend, Madame Forestier, to borrow something beautiful. She chose a magnificent diamond necklace. When she put it on, she felt radiant. To be radiant means to shine with beauty and happiness. At the ball, Mathilde was the most beautiful woman in the room. Everyone admired her. She danced until 4 in the morning, feeling like she finally belonged in the world of wealth. But when she returned home and looked in the mirror, she gasped. The necklace was gone. This is where we use our conditionals. If she hadn't gone to the ball, she wouldn't have lost the necklace. If she had been careful, her life would have stayed the same. But the necklace was lost, and her nightmare began. Part 3. The Price of Pride. Mathilde and her husband were terrified. Instead of telling the truth, they decided to replace the necklace. They found a similar one, but it cost 36,000 francs, an enormous amount of money. They had to borrow from everyone. They fell into deep debt. Debt is money that you owe to someone else and must pay back. For 10 long years, they lived in extreme poverty. Mathilde did all the heavy housework. She washed the floors, carried the water, and wore old, tattered clothes. Her beauty faded. She looked like a woman broken by hard labor. Part 4. The Tragic Truth. One day, 10 years later, Mathilde saw Madame Forestier in a park. Mathilde looked so old that her friend did not recognize her. Mathilde decided to tell the truth. "I lost your necklace," she said, "and we have spent 10 years paying for a replacement." Madame Forestier grabbed Mathilde's hands. "Oh, my poor Mathilde," she cried. "My necklace was a fake. It was only imitation jewelry. It was worth almost nothing." If Mathilde had told the truth 10 years ago, she wouldn't have wasted her life in poverty. This is the third conditional. We use it to talk about past regrets. If plus had plus past participle, would have plus past participle. Learning Summary. English Snap Lab. In today's story, we explored the third conditional for regrets. If she had been honest, she wouldn't have suffered. If they hadn't borrowed money, they wouldn't have been in debt. Vocabulary of status. Luxury or luxurious rich and expensive. Poverty or hardship, being poor and having a difficult life. Imitation, not real, a copy of something valuable. Humiliated, feeling deeply ashamed. Your homework. Think about a choice you made in the past. Use the third conditional to tell me how things might have been different. For example, if I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam. Thank you for watching English Snap Lab. If you learned something new, please subscribe and share this story. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.